how y'all feel about people boycotting the TLC concert?
I'm all for
it. Yeah.
I'm all for it. See,
this is a part of cancel culture type thing they always talking about.
But see, that's the thing, right?
And see, I don't think this is cancel culture, really. My definition of cancel culture is when you get offended by bullshit. But when you supporting a man that's trying to oppress the people that come to your concert, they have every right to say, "Hey, what the fuck you doing?"
Right.
But when a comedian telling jokes, them just jokes, and you getting all cancelly on that shit, that's when you just canceling for no reason.
That's the thing. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Right? Speech is free.
Yeah.
You can say whatever the hell you want to say, Nick, Amber, Chili.
Yeah. But
there's consequences.
There's a cost
to the
for
shit you say.
Yeah.
And the way that you can hurt people or make your voice heard is to boycott their shows. Just like when they fired Jimmy Kimmel and niggas started canceling their Disney subscriptions and they started canceling their Disney passes.
See,
oh hell no.
To me, that's not cancel culture, but they call it that.
Right.
But that's cause.
Right.
So, because like, if you want to just say everything is cancel culture, the bus boycott was cancel culture then. We should have just let them treat us any kind of way and keep riding the bus.
What's cancel culture is what Trump was trying to do to Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Yes.
To take him off the air because he didn't like what Jimmy was saying.
That's actually dictatorship type shit there, yeah.
But stop doing stupid
But
shit.
when you responding to somebody and what they do, it depends on what you're responding to. If I'm responding to some hateful or some shit that affects my life, which MAGA obviously affects black people's life, and you supporting the motherfucker, why should I support you for supporting somebody that was trying to hurt me?
Right.
That, again, the bus boycott. That would be like me saying, "Oh, now let's not go there and mess with these people nice bus. Let's keep riding in the back and letting them treat us like shit and giving us our money." That's not cancel culture. That's saying you ain't gonna just do any fucking thing to me and I'm accept it. Now, when we talk about Dave Chappelle joking, then you talking about cancel culture because the man is up there to make you laugh. Because you happen to be one of the many topics he talks about to make people laugh and you getting offended and now you want to start a movement and shit, that's fucked up. That's cancel culture because Dave Chappelle talk about a variety of things. They the only ones that keep coming up trying to counsel the man about this shit. It's jokes and shit. He even went into a episode where he talked about being friend with a transgender.
Yeah.
And, trying to let them know these are jokes that I'm just saying about it. I don't hate y'all or nothing, but this is the that's cancel culture for nothing. Right. There's nothing being done to you on this shit. The man is telling jokes about you like he do about everybody else.
Correct. I totally agree.
This was another question here. How many people, one of y'all in here, believe Chili accidentally reposted that image, that thing about?
Yeah, I'm talking about my thumb accidentally pressed the button. Get the fuck out of here. Your thumb ain't even that fucking big. Talking about you accidentally pressed. Just own up to your shit. You did.
Well, see, that's what killed me. Like, if you're gonna say things, you're gonna support MAGA, stand on it.
Yeah, stand on it.
I mean, hey, look. It's your life. You can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You can believe what you want to believe. You can support who you want to support. But just stand on it.
And that's the same option we have after we find out what the fuck you support.
Exactly. We find out some shit.
We have the right now.
We gonna have the right to report and voice our opinion about it.
Because I can tell you right now, this thing about Michelle Obama being a man and shit.
That's just disrespectful.
I never even heard about it until this came out. And the reason I'm saying that is, the reason it had to be on her timeline is because she's looking at that kind of shit. Because if you notice on your Instagram, shit that you into is what usually shows up on there on a regular basis, right? So For her to get this shit, and I have never seen the shit, and you saying you never seen it, you saying you never seen it. She had to be looking at MAGA type shit. So don't give me the accident shit. Even if it was an accident, you into this kind of shit still.
Right.
And I still ain't seen it.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Me either.
I'm looking for it, but the fact when
and
you
by the way,
like
Michelle Obama don't look nothing like a
no
man. Michelle Obama fine in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I don't see how you accidentally repost something on Instagram. Because even if you accidentally hit that button, it takes you to something else before you can actually
like Shannon Sharp with
It asks you something else before you actually repost it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so, what the fuck was you going through when you looking at this shit? You looked at that whole shit, probably was chuckling it up and shit, you know, thinking that shit funny.
What make people just want to attack?
But what I don't understand is you gonna sit here and repost shit about Michelle Obama, but the motherfucker that's in office is obviously telling you he does not like people that look like you.
Yeah.
You gonna support him and then send out negative shit about Michelle Obama.
You black.
Yeah.
And this man sends out pictures of Barack and Michelle as apes.
Yeah.
And you okay with that?
Yes. And who was the motherfucker he sent out with the sombrero on? That was the black dude, the head of the house.
Head of the
Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
What?
He sent out with him a sombrero. I mean, basically, you talking about Mexicans and blacks with that one. But yet the Mexicans supported him 50%, and now he escorting their ass right out the country.
With a boot.
And they vote for his ass.
But see, it's all about accountability.
Yeah.
He does that stuff because he's never held accountable.
Exactly.
So
that is exactly right.
Shirley and Nick and all those people that say the stuff, you gotta hold those people accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you hold them accountable, it might not change their opinion, but they gonna stop saying
Yeah, they gonna shut the fuck up.
Let me go out on public and somebody catch me saying, "Oh, I just grab their asses. They just let me do it." Man, my ass gonna be in jail.
He said pussy.
Pussies. I mean, yeah, he said pussy. Yeah.
Now, how women voting for that?
Exactly. You just.
And Chili, old Wolf Brand is a woman.
I mean, that's some good chili though.
Yeah.
For hot dogs.
What you like them or Hormel?
I ain't gonna lie. I like
that
Wolf
thing
Brand.
Wolf Brand better too.
I like the Wolf. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Yeah, I ain't associating Wolf Brand with you, Chili. You Hormel.
That's right.
Yeah, she Hormel.
Yeah, you done fucked up and became Hormel. You used to be Wolf Brand. Fucked up.
I used to think that bitch was fine. You know how you think a bitch fine and shit, but then her attitude make you look at her like.
I always thought T-Balls was the one to me.
Well, yeah, she was cute.
She looked the best to me, and I thought she the one that brought the unique flavor to the group.
You right,
because
she did.
You could find somebody to sing like Chili.
Yeah.
You could find another female rapper. What other chick you know sing like T-Balls with that funk like that?
Yeah.
To me, that's the definition of the whole group was T-Balls to me. And T-Balls always was, to me, she was sexier than Chili and Left Eye to me.
I like her. I was gonna lie, I was more partial to Chili.
Yeah.
T-Balls was second. But then when she started doing it, I don't even look at you the same no more. It's like, now you ugly to me now.
See, you fucked up.
Why I fucked up?
Because you like Hormel.
Well, hey, I done had a that's a struggle meal, nigga.
She cute though. She is cute though, but I always thought T-Balls looked better.
Chili.
I don't know. I know
That white dude.
You know that.
There we go.
That actor.
You know that.
It's a white dude. He was an actor too.
Ain't he Joey Lawrence's brother or something? Yeah.
Matthew Lawrence.
Oh, Matthew Lawrence. That's what
That's what I'm saying. So T-Balls was dating Tretch.
Mm-hmm.
T-Balls dated Tretch.
At one time.
I remember Mac 10.
No, she dated. Didn't she?
She was married to Mac 10.
Oh,
T-Balls?
Maybe I'm thinking about
T-Balls was married to
Okay.
Mac 10. Faux lie. Mac 10 is jammed like a motherfucker, by the way.
Yeah.
But back to the shit though. I mean, I just don't want. I guess what the thing that I can't get my mind around is they obviously have to be getting. I'm talking about Nick Cannon, Chili, and Salt evidently. Did you see that? Y'all didn't see that?
Huh.
Evidently, Salt was back in Chile on this shit. Look that shit up. So
I know Pepper ain't, cause that nigga that straight out the ghetto.
now I don't know about her, but I did see him say Salt and Pepper in this article. So, but I saw them referring to Salt.
Well,
first.
maybe they was trying to, as far as they didn't believe that she actually.
Now Salt was defending it.
Really?
Salt literally defended the shit.
Damn.
And I'm just really shocked by that shit. What I don't understand is when they at their homes and they deciding who I'm gonna back. What are you looking at that makes you decide I'm gonna go this direction versus this direction? I don't understand what you can be looking at that would make you say, Trump is.
You'll never be able to figure that out.
I don't understand.
But
but I'm talking about as a black person.
Right. I get what you're saying.
How the fuck? What are you looking at?
Maybe something happened in their life. Look at Lil Wayne. You heard about what he said?
Yeah, but Trump let him out of jail.
Hold on. Before Trump let him out of jail, he said it. I don't know what racism is. I've never experienced racism.
I saw that shit.
He said because a white man saved his life. And I get it. A white man, I probably got a white man.
But that don't mean that all white people are racist.
I know
I don't think all white people
and I don't either. I know they ain't matter of fact.
I know they not. But for you to say,
I
don't know what racism
right
is.
If they all were.
You don't have to experience racism, but I bet you know somebody that has.
Yeah. Shit, we had.
Exactly. So, I mean, he was to say, I don't know what racism is. Because, you know, it's kind of like, hey, nah.
But that's that shit when you get a couple of extra bucks. Now you forget all the shit. Now, you think if Lil Wayne hadn't been Lil Wayne and he was just walking around with his gold teeth and all this shit, that white people wouldn't been fucking with him, the cops and shit.
Right.
You get to be a noticeable figure. Yeah, you get a few more perks than somebody else, but you done forgot where you came from? And that's one of the biggest fucking
and you
problems.
from New Orleans, where the
that's what I'm talking about.
Where the crime rate.
That's what I'm talking about.
If Texas right now was to be able to get casinos, then Louisiana would go plummeting their economy.
Well, the reason that we don't, and this is off topic here,
right.
The reason we don't have casinos really here in Texas is because the lobbyists in Louisiana don't want us to have casinos because then we have no reason to go to Louisiana.
Exactly.
So they keep voting no to the shit.
Yeah.
Just like they
giving them people kickbacks over here.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
Exactly.
That's why.
They giving them people kickbacks.
But back to your point about Salt and Pepper defending Chile. I defend her right to support and say whatever she wants to say.
Right.
Like I made the point earlier. I defend it. Hey.
Your mouth.
Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Do you, boo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have the right to boycott your concerts.
Yeah.
Not stream your song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's going.
No more sexy, crazy, cool for me, nigga.
But see, that's the thing, though.
But that's how.
With both of us, both sides having these rights, right? She got the right to say what she want to say, right? And back who she want to back. We have the right to cancel out on the concert. But if you real about what you said your belief was, why are you on on camera trying to say you didn't do these things?
Right.
Right? So evidently, your shit is really about the money and you want to be secret with your shit. And which means that you should have voted for whoever you wanted to vote for and shut the fuck up.
Right. That would have been the best thing.
That's what you should have did.
Right. Mm-hmm. So now she playing defense now, trying to clean up.
Mm-hmm. What's she doing, Glenn?
Playing defense.
Playing defense?
What she doing?
She's working on her back then.
Yeah. She trying to
number one defense like the Texans.
That what she doing? Yeah, he was Texas. That defense is good.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
But I think it ain't gonna work. Cause really, to be honest, TLC is really no longer mainstream, right? Like,
yeah. But you got that nostalgia group that's gonna still go. Cause they got In Vogue, TLC, and Salt and Pepper was on tour.
Boy to Me was on tour here recently too. No,
with New Edition.
Yeah, New Edition. Yeah.
New Edition is the greatest group of all time.
Until we find out y'all support MAGA.
Right. Don't do it, Ralph.
Don't do it, because we're going to be back to the Temptations.
I know Bobby ain't doing it.
It's gonna break my heart if I
know
find out
Bobby.
any of them support MAGA.
I wouldn't be surprised about Ralph though.
No.
Nah, Ralph ain't gonna do that.
Ralph,
Say it ain't so, Ralph. You ain't gonna do that, are you?
Oh, Ricky Bell. Oh, no.
Ricky Bell ain't gonna do
Not
that.
Ricky. What's the one?
Michael Bivins?
Mike Bivins.
Oh, Michael Bivins ain't gonna do that shit.
Mike Bivins ain't gonna do
Michael Bivins.
Well, he
oh.
fucked over boys in the middle. They say they did.
Well, every group that come up say that somebody fucked up.
Because now I don't know how true that is.
They moved past it because they was on tour and no edition.
And I do think some groups get fucked over.
Yeah.
But I think some of these groups don't realize the investment that people put into
that's a
them,
lot.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
hotels and shit.
but at the same time, the people that put into them do take too much back. You know, it's one thing to recoup shit or whatever, but you making an investment in them to make money, and to have these people where they saying they fucking broke after. I understand the first record or something, maybe they ain't really on sky high with the profits. But after they get 2 or 3 in, nigga, now you should be getting that group some money at that point.
That happened with TLC, to go back to the Chili shit. That they said they wasn't getting no money hardly. They had to sue.
Yeah, I remember them saying they was broke on
Yeah, they had to sue the people.
Who is Amber Rose?
Yeah, how the fuck is she relevant because of James Harden or some shit?
I guess.
Yeah,
That's the
she
first
was a-
time
she
I
was a-
remember seeing her.
She used to date Kanye West.
But she was a rapper
she was a
too.
stripper.
So she basically popular for giving pussy to
She
popular
used to be a
people.
stripper.
So she
thought she was
basically
a
popular,
rapper.
She is a rapper. But she
but
be
it
a
was
stripper.
after the pussy giving.
But I guess. But I got a surprise for y'all who y'all wouldn't think
Cause,
support MAGA.
I-
Y'all know who Sexy Red is?
Who?
I said,
rapper
that's the,
Sexy Red?
I heard
I've
the
heard
name.
of her, yeah.
Yeah, she support Trump. And that's the dirtiest mouth motherfucking bitch you ever seen in your life. My booty hole brown. My pussy peak. My booty hole brown. You never heard that shit song?
Nah, I don't want to hear that.
I said, what the fuck? They play this shit?
I really ain't been inquiring about what color people's assholes
Oh, well,
are.
she sure to tell you about hers
Have
in that
you?
song.
No.
Yeah.
My booty hole brown. I say, what the fuck
When the
is this?
last time we discussed what color some bitch's booty hole was?
really-
Well, they just tell it to you, Chris. You ain't gotta,
really-
you ain't gotta ask no questions.
I mean, and after I get said information, what do I do with that? Yeah.
I don't know what you're supposed to do with it, but she put it in the song. It was the hottest song
I
in
guess
America
after
one
she tell
time.
that, I come back tell my boys and say, hey, you know, bitch, I'm fucking with booty hole brown.
Hey,
Yeah.
they made her fucking butter like a ball. I said, this is what these
Why
niggas
I buy
listen to.
anything now?
What's,
Yeah, they
the,
buy
what's
anything.
the various colors of the booty?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit, you got me.
I would think after enough shit hit anybody booty hole, the motherfucker gonna be brown. What if somebody have
That's beyond me, brother.
a tan booty
But what-
hole or some shit?
So, what song did Amber Rose have?
She didn't start rapping till she got popular though,
yeah.
right? So basically she got popular from giving pussy to popular
She
people.
was fucking with Kanye West, and I think you know how Kanye
Yeah, I
West.
remember that. And then she fucked with James Harden.
She
I
did
remember
fuck with James
James
Harden too.
Harden.
Yeah. I do now that he said that shit.
And then he walked out of the goddamn place without a quarterback. That's why he fucked up in the goddamn.
I remember with CJ.
Yeah, CJ Stroud getting in the car with her.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I did, nigga.
CJ, you're getting too close, baby.
But you did cut your braids. So hopefully that do some shit for you.
But you can't be hanging out with no bitch talking about MAGA and shit, especially after them last 2 playoff games, nigga.
Nigga. I mean, that nigga intercepted that nigga through 8 in 2 games.
You ain't lying. And then you throw Amber Rose on there too?
Not no way.
Nigga, come on now, baby. Do mama right. Do mama right now.
I'm trying to think, like, of all the Black MAGA, like, entertainers, like, who's still, like, really relevant now? I guess Snoop Dogg is relevant still, but really not for music, but he doing other
Yeah.
stuff.
He doing other
I was
stuff.
really disappointed in that shit he did.
Well, okay, so what, okay.
Nelly now, but I guess my point is, like,
I don't think I was really that shocked
are they
by
aligning
Nelly.
themselves with Trump to, like, reboost, they regenerate
Well,
their
Ice
careers?
Cube-
or
But
something?
how does it regenerate when your base is black?
Well, what do y'all think about Ice Cube working with Trump on the
But that was
See, I don't
his
have a-
first term.
right?
But I don't have a problem with somebody trying to get things for
Things
black
black
folks
people,
because
right.
that happens to be the president at the time.
I didn't mind that
So
either.
it ain't like Trump's. I mean, Ice Cube saying, "This is the nigga I want in office."
But you know what
but
he
he's
said?
in office.
But you know what he said?
What?
He said he tried to get Biden, and he tried Trump or whatever or something. Then he said
he took that to Trump the first term.
Yeah.
But then he tried Biden too. And he said Biden, the Democrats
I don't
never
think he
did.
took it. I don't think he came back to Trump this term.
No, he did. He did.
And my point is, Trump 1.0, like, I knew he was a racist from the Central Park 5 stuff and not wanting to rent to black folks and stuff like that. But up until COVID, that's kind of when you saw this drastic change in him. Like, his first 3 years of his first administration, you ain't really hear much about Trump.
Yeah.
But when that COVID, and then all the lies started happening. I'm sure he was telling lies in the beginning too.
Absolutely.
But I guess it wasn't like highlighted as much as when COVID hit, and he started telling lies and stuff. And then, you know, after he tried to steal the election when he lost to Biden, and then now this term, Project 25, and all the high impact black folks and stuff. I don't want to see Ice Cube going to him today.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't have a problem with him going to him today.
Because this is the way I look at it. I'm not finna go to David Duke's house and try to have a conversation with David Duke. Because in my mind, it ain't nothing I can say to David Duke. And he was the leader of the KKK. I don't know if he still is.
But he not president though.
But I'm saying, like, if this man is a racist and he's shown himself to be
and Donald
that,
Trump
like,
has.
I don't know, like, what you can say to him to change his way of thinking. Like, and maybe you can, I don't know. Just like Bill Maher went and had dinner with him, and then Bill Maher came back and said, well, you know, when you're with him, he's really
I had a problem with that for a different
really
reason.
Nice. I don't care what he likes with you in a private dinner. Because I see what he like out in the public and how he treats people.
But my problem with Bill Maher is, what were you trying to do when you went there? Are you trying to change something? I'm hoping that was the case, because this is the thing. Whoever's president, even if you didn't vote for him, which Bill Maher did not vote for Trump, he actually gave money to Obama and I think Biden also. So, but what I'm saying is, if like, say Donald Trump win right now. Now, right now, we got to deal with what, about 2 more years of this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
If you are a person trying to get the best for your community, the country, whatever you say, whether you like him or not, that's who you got to deal with. So when Ice Cube goes to talk to him, he's talking to him from that point of view. The fact that this is the motherfucker that can do something, and I'm finna shoot my shot and see if I can get something for black people.
I understand what you're saying.
I can't blame somebody for that.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is, do you really think that is gonna help? I guess that's what I'm saying.
And chances are it may not help, but it's the only option you got. So you're gonna sit idly by and not try to support the people that you help?
I might try to help them a different way.
How? If this nigga putting in laws and shit to make sure you don't. So you get in there and see if you can change something with him. It may not work, but you gotta try.
99% of it ain't gonna work.
It probably ain't, but what's wrong with him trying though? Are we gonna condemn the man for trying?
I guess I look at it as like, at what point am I crossing the line into kissing this motherfucker's ass?
Well, I don't think Ice Cube gonna kiss nobody.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Ice Cube is gonna do that, but I'm saying that's how I would feel.
I would.
If I'm looking at him and I'm saying, this man has done everything possible to denigrate black people.
Correct.
To hold black people back.
Correct.
I'm going to go in there and say, okay, sir, how about you try to do this, try to do that? In my mind, if I'm going in, he probably just going to shit on me as soon as I walk through the door.
Probably so, but
depends,
but what if you went in there and said some shit and some miraculous way he did something because maybe he think he can get a couple of niggas to vote for him the next time around by doing something that Ice Cube asked him to do, right? He may feel like that and end up doing something that he really didn't want to do, But what he did that he didn't want to do actually helps black people. And Ice Cube
so what if he tell Ice Cube, I'll do that for you, but you got to go out there and perform at my concert.
Well, now you speculating because
I'm just saying. I'm just playing the what if game. I'm not speculating.
But then,
I'm just
I'm
throwing different scenarios.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is, sure Ice Cube would have said, I'm not finna do that. You got Snoop Dogg did it, but Snoop Dogg didn't even ask for no shit but a check.
But would you agree that Trump is transactional?
Oh, ain't no doubt about it.
He ain't gonna do.
But what I'm saying is, you're not gonna get nothing if you don't go in there and ask for it. You can't sit here and let a 4-year period go by without your people getting nothing, and you ain't even trying. You're just gonna assume that you can't get nothing to happen.
So you don't think that Schumer and Jeffrey, you don't think those people trying to go in there and talk to him again?
Yeah, but
here's the thing.
Who you think got more backing, Schumer and Jeffries or Ice Cube?
Well,
it's Ice Cube.
Exactly.
Only because Trump is so political and divisive that he only see Republican and Democrat.
I guarantee you.
Ice Cube, I've never really heard Ice Cube align himself with one party.
No, and I don't think he's aligning himself with Trump. No. And I guarantee you, if you go out on the streets right now and ask a nigga in the hood who is Hakeem Jeffries, they don't know who the fuck he is. But if you ask them about Ice Cube, they know who that is. And you think Trump don't know that? So if Ice Cube go in there and try to get something for black people, and Trump know that, it may be a small possibility, but it's gonna be bigger than Hakeem Jeffries going to get it.
That goes back to my earlier point about an obligation.
Well,
if you're an entertainer, and I'm not saying they have to,
but
that ain't what I'm saying.
In this particular,
I'm saying they should feel.
Well, you
because they know that they probably have a window into him more than Hakeem Jeffries.
And in this particular case, Ice Cube is doing that.
So why you gotta understand.
He went back now.
But I'm saying he went and took his shot at. Can you do something? That's what I'm saying.
So what is everybody know what Trump's ultimate goal is? He gotta look good, but you gotta give him something to get something. So if Ice Cube coming down different from everybody else who done tried it, he done shot down. Well, okay, well Ice Cube, okay, well if I'm gonna get this in return, like again, I don't think he gonna move one play on nickel unless he know he get the dime back. Yeah, that's Trump.
Correct.
And so if Ice Cube come in there with something different than everybody else, all these other motherfuckers did, that's gonna help black people. I don't mind him going there trying to.
What happened the first time Ice Cube?
All Ice Cube did.
He didn't offer nothing that Trump looked at the beneficiary.
But this is the thing, though. Ice Cube is going in there asking for something, right?
Yeah.
All Ice Cube would really have to assume is that Trump would assume that if Trump say, I had a meeting with Ice Cube, I like what he said about doing this for the black community. If he say that publicly, he may pick up some black votes just from saying he did this because Ice Cube ain't necessarily got to go and do a concert or roll around with a MAGA hat on and all that shit. Trump may just feel that some black people might vote for him because Ice Cube came with whatever he brought to him, right? He ain't got, and all Ice Cube is saying is, this is the nigga that I got to deal with. So let's say Trump is in office, right? Next time, let's say J.D. Vance win, and he got the same outlook as Trump do. And then the next motherfucker that win got the same outlook as them. So Ice Cube supposed to sit there and not try to do something for his people because all of them got that. You're talking about 12 years, 20 years, all this kind of shit. He's supposed to not go in there and try to negotiate something for his people if he's serious about his people. You can't blame the man for going in there and trying to get something.
That's just like a business, or you go into a bank.
Well, Ice Cube don't even need the shit. He already rich. So he going in there for us.
Yeah.
So how the fuck you gonna get mad at him for going in there and trying to negotiate something?
A conversation is a conversation.
Correct. This is who you gotta talk to. He's the president. What, you gonna talk to Sylvester Turner and shit about it? He can't do nothing for the country. You gotta talk to whoever it is that's in there. No, I mean, that's just all it is to it. So if enough people that's just like Trump keep winning and winning and winning, What you gonna just sit there? I'm gonna wait. As soon as a Democrat win, then I'm gonna go in there and talk. You gotta try to do something for your people. If you serious about doing something for your people, to whoever in there, whether you really agree with what they do or not, you're trying to get something for your people.
Yeah.
So I can't fault Ice Cube for talking to him. Now, if he came out and said, everybody get out there and vote for Trump, now you talking about something different. But Ice Cube never did that. He just trying to get something for his people. And how can we fault him for that?
Yeah.
It's
a conversation.
Correct.
It's a conversation.
You can't sit here and not talk to the people, because like I say, you had a span where Reagan won twice, right? Mm-hmm. Then George Bush won, right? Mm-hmm. That's 12 years. Mm-hmm. So should he have waited between Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton before he talked to somebody?
You know what?
That's 12 years.
That was a true story. A movie came out, Best of Enemies. Dude was a Ku Klux Klan member, and the lady, what's her name?
Taraji P. Henson.
Yes, Taraji P. Henson. It's kind of the same thing. They end up having a conversation about however.
That ain't gonna happen.
Right, but I'm just saying. The point is she had the conversation.
Friends.
They ended up being friends, right? But the point is, she knew she had to go have a conversation in order to get whatever she tried to get done. And I guess that's what he's saying in the same thing.
That's what he did the first time. And I'm okay with that.
But you don't think...
Because the first time, Trump didn't really show who he was. I mean...
Well, he did to me, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
He wasn't...
You saying I ain't finna come back, I ain't finna keep coming back to the same place.
2016 Trump is not the same as 2026 Trump.
Yes, it's
in terms of what we know about him.
But
things, this 10-year period, the things he's done have...
But you did know that the potential...
I knew from Central Park 5.
But then that's what I'm saying. You having a reasonable mind knew that we could come to this, right?
But I had an inclination. Well, I had a belief of who he was.
Correct.
There was a lot of people in New York that was doing business with him. It was people that back then knew he was tied to Epstein, but they didn't know for sure to what degree. But they would still do business with him. He got a TV show. Shit, I used to look at that show when it first came out.
Yeah, that little business show.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah, I did
a couple of seasons, just because I was interested in business. I wanted to see where it would go and stuff, and what he was saying and what he was doing and stuff. But that guy, to me, he was a terrible person then too. But today, he like the Antichrist.
Yeah, but I always knew that it could go to this place, because when you have a person like that and people keep kissing their ass, they only gonna get worse. If your wife, for instance, mm-hmm. if she fuck over you, mm-hmm. and when you find out she fucked over you, you take her back, right? Mm-hmm. And you say, man, this shit happened again. It's over, right? Mm-hmm. And she do it again.
You already knew the potential.
And then, well, this is what I'm saying. And then you take her back again after the second time, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. You think she gonna stop fucking?
No.
Because now you've shown that you're gonna put up with this shit, right?
Exactly.
Same thing here. Mm-hmm. Every time he did some shit, they kept on backing the bullshit. So he gets more and more and more, where he thinks, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That's what I said about accountability.
And that's what I'm saying. But if you and me too, we knew he had the potential for this shit. The motherfuckers that didn't is what's surprising to me, because I already knew you keep letting this motherfucker get away with all this shit, he gonna keep doing it and it's gonna get worse.
Because it's not interrupting what they got going on.
You showing him that it's okay. Like I said with your wife's scenario.
Right.
You showing her it's okay because I keep staying here while you fuck people behind my back and whatever the fuck else you do. You showing her it's okay.
Yeah.
And if you do that, she gonna say, that nigga ain't going nowhere. Shit. Right? She gonna keep doing the shit. Same thing with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of, the thing that people keep saying the American people are smart, they really not.
No.
Because I saw a statistic where only I want to say it was 1% or either less than 1% even look at political news in this country. So that stat right there,
Let you know a lot.
that explains Nick Cannon in Chile, right?
Yeah.
Because if you ain't looking at shit, everything you get is from Facebook. You get it from some motherfucker you know that really ain't looking at no news either, that he probably got some shit from Facebook and he just passing it on to you. You ain't looking at no reputable sources to find out any fucking thing. So this is how you find out, and then you say, yeah, I had a motherfucker come over here
to this house?
yes, to fix my dishwasher. And some kind of way the conversation turned political. And this motherfucker said about Trump some shit. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said some shit that was so untrue where I knew this motherfucker hadn't looked at no news at all, no real news. He had probably looked at Fox, which you know they lie all day. They'll support anything he say, or he got it from Facebook. And once you get in that algorithm where they send you that bullshit, he buying in. And they getting votes from this shit.
Yeah.
So you not smart if you not smart enough to say, man, let me investigate this and find out some shit. They got people voting against their interests because they too stupid to find out what's really going on.
Well, see, that's the thing. So, like, before all this, Nick Cannon, I always thought he was a corny dude.
I mean, he never was funny.
Yeah, I never looked at his
And
stuff
have you
or
seen
anything.
his stand-up?
Yeah.
That shit is
Gee,
horrible.
I mean, he's
that
terrible.
shit terrible.
I mean,
I don't think I last 10 minutes in
I
that
mean,
shit.
he-
I had to
corny.
turn the shit off. It was so,
He is so corny.
terrible.
He is so corny. But
I'm gonna say,
anyway,
So,
but when I listen to him talk and get interviewed and stuff, he seemed like he's I ain't gonna say intelligent, but he has some smarts about him.
Educated.
He didn't seem like he was a dumb guy.
right.
So to your point, why don't he go research? Why don't he look into things further? I would think that he has to understand that, okay, this man is saying this man is saying that, but I have to go dig a little deeper.
Well, maybe he
After-
do a little research, Cliff.
Because-
But his,
And if he does that, Bezos,
that's Bezos.
how do he come to this same
Because
conclusion?
everybody buying don't work the same. We all
But see,
operate
on
different.
but see-
Amazon? You on Amazon?
Yeah.
But see, and that's where I'm going. So we can all agree that the way you think today, like you was raised in a household that helped you to kind of build the foundation
Basic, right.
of the person you became today, right?
Exactly.
At some point, you started to think on your own and develop your own thoughts and beliefs and everything, right? Because, you know, you might not, of course, today you're not going to think the same way as your mom and your dad, right?
Exactly.
But at some point when you was adolescents, you did.
Yeah.
Everything they said was gospel,
Yeah.
right? So, Nick, that grew up in a black household with a black father and a black mother, and sounds like he's been educated. How did he get to this point where he can't see what's right in front of his face?
I'm going to tell you why. This is what niggas do. And white people do it too. And everybody do. Every race do it.
Exactly.
They get to a point where they think they so smart that they start to overthink things. And they try to make themselves be the smartest person in the room, right? So they start like, if everybody in the room say this way, right? Well, I got to be different because I'm going to prove how you should be over here because I'm looking at things deeper than you, right? And a lot of times, shit ain't that deep. It's right on the fucking surface. And that's why I'm saying American people are not that smart for the most. I don't mean every single American, but for the most part, they not. They can be bamboozled so easily. You look at the white folks that's voting for Trump. He don't give a fuck about them either.
Right.
But all you got to do is make them think, I don't like those people that y'all don't like, right? And they gonna vote for him. He ain't gonna do shit for them either. Because he against them. Yeah, we need to go with this because reverse racism and this, that, and the other. So they vote for him. Then he get in office and he don't give a fuck about you. And you find out with your gas prices, with your price of eggs and all this kind of shit, you got to go to that same market that niggas go to.
But and to piggyback, right? When you think about the evangelical church and those people that support him, why?
You going directly against it.
You know,
well,
so they, like the Catholics,
yeah,
people that support him, many people of those people, like a lot of Christians, grew up in church.
Yeah.
Their parents made them go to church. They went to church. They've been baptized. They do the rosaries if you're Catholic and all this kind of stuff. But this man, how can you still support him when he feuding with the Pope?
Well,
and
I can see why they support it.
I've seen people say that Jesus Christ, he the second coming.
You didn't see that picture he put up?
That's what I was trying to say.
And I tell people, well, if he Jesus Christ, why don't MAGA hang his ass on a cross and see if he rises back up in 3 days?
Well, he Jesus,
right?
He obviously
if you Jesus.
If you
prove it to me, cause maybe he is.
And it wasn't but 2 weeks ago when he should have been rising.